Alrighty, y'all. Delaware Paddle Sports Kayak Fishing Team member Lou Martinez here, and today gonna talk about my most recent tournament. Gonna recap that tournament. You know, it was a good day out there. I was pretty happy with placing 6th. You know, it was a tough fought bite for me. I pre-fished, had decent luck on the pre-fish, got out there, cranked out a few good sized fish on my pre-fish. And you know, problem with that pre-fish was it was a couple weeks before the actual tournament, so the grass had grown up a little bit more in this body of water. So let's get into the details first. So the conditions for the day were started off kind of cloudy in the morning, probably got up into the mid to upper 80s for the temperature during the day. Water clarity was clear. I mean, you could see almost to the bottom at certain times. So you're talking 12 feet clarity in this lake called Black Hills, Little Seneca. So right off the bat, I had electronics issues, which really stinks because I had previously marked a lot of the edges of the grass lines out there during my pre-fish. I used my pre-fish to find grass lines and mark the edges of grass lines. Did them with dollar signs like Iconelli does, but my electronics, they just kind of crapped out on me. Well, they didn't really. So what ended up happening, I got it back here, got it in the shop, and realized that I just had a loose connection between my fuse lines. So that kind of stunk with regard to trying to fish deep, but I kind of adapted and overcame. Cranked out in the very first in the morning, just was really burning the brain, cranking, but being very methodical, not letting too much pass between casts, and rotated between a pit bull, 7.5 and perch to a kind of bluegill pattern, Rapala dives to 14 feet, DT 14. Didn't get any bites on that. So because I knew there was grass there, I started Carolina rigging, and Carolina rigging actually helped me find the grass lines and determine where those grass lines started and ended, which is how I ended up getting my first fish. You know, I was dragging a grass line with the Carolina rig. Lesson learned, I probably should have used a slightly lighter weight. I was using about a 1 ounce weight, or not about a 1 ounce, a 1 ounce weight, and I think I should have used a lighter weight to drag that grass line. I think it was just too big of a presentation. At first I started off with a Gary Yamamoto cartel worm, something like that. I like the design, I like the action of them, and you know, got my first bite on that. It was a green pumpkin with gold flake. So no rhyme or reason to that. Just really was just trying to drag it across those weed lines, and that helped me determine how far I should stay off from the bank, because again, my electronics were out, and so I needed something to help me figure out where these grass lines were at, and Carolina rig was a choice there. Caught that first fish on that, moved on to some deep cranking. So I worked the same shoreline pretty much the entire tournament, and some places where I knew grass was at because I had marked them, and finally got on a good sized fish, 19-inch fish, using a 6XD, kind of that sexy shad color. And from there, just kind of kept working the same grass lines, you know, very slow, very methodical. I thought that would pay off, and it took me forever to finally get on my last fish, which turned out to be a 14 1/4. So it was one of those days to where it just took me all day to get it done. I've had a pattern, I had an idea, and I stuck with that. I tried drop shotting vertically over some standing timber. Didn't get anything on that, and really just stuck to what I felt confident in. And so I'm pretty happy with the way that I finished. Yeah, I would have liked to have finished first, but you know, hey, that's just how it goes. I would say you can't win them all, but Jebediah Plunkett, Jedi, he won again. So dude's actually having a phenomenal year. He placed 2nd at the national championship, the Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship. And he's just been destroying it this year. You know, he's been tough to beat. So you know, hats off to him. He put together a pattern. Took him a while to figure that one out, but he figured one out and got on them at the end of the day there, and you know, pulled out a victory. So hats off to him. That's my recap. Lessons learned: check your electronics the night before you go out, because it was working fine. Should have checked it the night before, but you know, had it in the truck, didn't think anything of it. It's been working perfectly fine. Fixed that. It's fired right back up. Got the TI9 Lowrance rocking and rolling. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all have a good one.